it now, aren't they? They can come out the pit lane, I think. Yep. Watch them come out now, I think. It should be ready. Right, Drew, you need to try and include your audio in this. If I don't know if it... So on your phone... Wait. Yeah, so on the Xbox app, you should be able to, like, in the party bit, where you're talking to me, should be able to include your audio. Aren't you? No. Recently. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Drew, is it not... Is it not letting you? I don't know, because you got to include your audio in the thing. Let me just go on the Switch quick. Hang on. See if I can hear you. Oh, great. We're going to miss all the qualifying in a minute, Drew, aren't we? Oi, go on your Xbox app, send a screenshot of what it looks like when you're in the party. Okay. Oh. If we can't get this working, it's going to be so depressing, I swear to God. Oh, God's sake. What happens when you click the 3 lines? Brilliant. Oh, I swear to God, if I'm going to get left on my own, I think. I don't know, Drew, because, like, what's it called? Yeah, I don't know, on Xbox app, it's been an absolute thing. Oh, this is depressing. Right. Anyway, Drew, we'll try and sort it for whenever. Sorry about that. Well, I've got to go on my own now. You can stay in if you want, it's up to you, but if you want to go, yeah. Right. Okay. Right, how many people we got today then? 15 people. Ace goes. Alright then, we'll get started. There's an Alpine on the grass, that is absolutely lovely. We'll go back to the pit lane. So, good evening everyone, welcome along to the home of British Motor Racing. We're at the Silverstone Circuit this weekend for round 9 of the ZRL Z1 World Championship, and we're in for a good one. This is the 3rd time ZRL have used this venue, and I'm sure it won't be the last, as it never fails to deliver a spectacular race. To make it even more special, I'm sure we're all saddened by the news of the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and that is why we'll be racing in honour of her today at the very track she visited in 1950 for the first Formula 1 Grand Prix. 26 laps ahead of us, 18 corners, 8 to the left and 10 to the right. 2 DRS zones along the Hanger Straight and along the Wellington Straight. I'm sure we are going to see loads of overtaking in those parts of the track today. The weather, not looking too shabby at the moment, but we'll have to see how that changes over the course of the afternoon. I would say, normally, joining me in the commentary box is Garrison, but he can't make it today. Then I was going to say joining me in the commentary box is Drew, but it isn't working, sadly, so you've just got me today, which means it's going to be a bit boring for me, but that's fine. Okay then, 7 drivers put times on the board then. That's Ace, QC Rocket, Frugal Mars, Will, Andy, the Pig, Gilksy and ADS. Ace goes fastest out of the lot at the minute. We've got 10 minutes to go as Ace goes into the pit lane. Let's see who is out on a lap. Okay, so got a bit of news. So might have another commentator joining us later on, hopefully. But for now, let's focus on what we've got right in front of us. No, they can't, Drew. Anyway, so 9 minutes remaining of qualifying. We've got 15 drivers joining us today for the Z1 race. That will be Ace, QC Rocket, Frugal Mars, Will Andy, the Pig, Gilksy, ADS, Xbox Culver, Chubb, Jake, Paradox Ruins, Ellis the Great, who's just gone fastest, TNR Stealth, Zach Duck, and Prodigy in the Haas. 8 drivers put times on the board now. Ellis goes fastest by a big margin. He has really proven his worth here, and the last few races as well. But we'll have to see how that pans out over the race. See if he can get that advantage like the last few races. And yeah, let's see who goes out next. We'll go run through some laps. Let me just get the stuff on the side. Oh, that's Zach Duck then on the gravel. What's he doing there? Just turn all the telemetry on and stuff, and then we'll get going. I'll do. We've got yellow sector, sector 1 and 3. That's the Alpine. I think giving the other Alpine a tow. That will be Frugal Mars. Trying to get a good lap in. We'll stay on board with this one then. Into the final few corners. Where can Frugal Mars put himself? He's P5 at the minute with a 1 minute 29.2. Can he improve round the final corner to cross the line? What does he get? He improved. Never mind, it's an outlap. Never mind. He's on an outlap. And we'll follow him. We'll follow him on this one. Right, here we go then. And Frugal Mars is looking to be on a half decent lap at the minute. No, he isn't really. To be honest with you, didn't improve in the first sector, and he's invalidated anyway. Right, who else can we go on board with? QC Rocket. He put up a brilliant championship battle with Echo Computer even last season, and rejoined a bit late into season 2, and he's trying to prove his worth back at Silverstone. Fastest time is a P4 with a 1 minute 29.0. Into Copse Corner, full flat out through here. And yeah, let's see what he can do into Maggots and Beckett. And he goes into the pit lane anyway. Frugal Mars goes into the pit lane too, just behind him. Let's have a look. What's going on then? We got Paradox Ruins. Oh yeah, we've got Paradox Ruins and Xbox Culver. The boys originally from Alfa Romeo. Then they went to Aston Martin. And now they're at Red Bull. Also trying to prove their worth. And I think they've already done that quite a few times. The Red Bull team before this performed really well, but that kind of collapsed. And here we are with Paradox Ruins and Xbox Culver. Let's see what they can do. This is the first race together as the Red Bull team for them. So, 5 minutes remaining. Top three at the minute. Ellis the Great, Ace, and Jake. Paradox Ruins just behind, who's invalidated his lap time. We've got Will Andy here as well this weekend. I didn't realise that. He wasn't supposed to be making a return, but here he is with a P7. I must mention as well, we haven't seen Ellis the Great here for a little while. So, not Ellis, I keep saying Ellis the Great. Echo Computer even, never mind. We haven't seen him here for a while. He is the Z1 Season 1 World Champion. And he is a good driver, but this season, not performing to his absolute best. Yeah, we would expect a bit more out of him, to be honest. But anyway, he isn't here today, so let's not focus on that. We've got 4 drivers who haven't put times on the board at the minute. That'll be Chubb, TNR Stealth, Zach Duck, and Quadri. The 2 Hasses, an Alpha Tauri, and a Mercedes. Zach Duck, though, will be putting a time on the board hopefully soon. He's invalidated, but he is on his outlap, so he's got another chance after this. Oh, right, okay. This is about the point where I'd ask Energize if he would, or Garrison I should maybe say, with his race facts, but he isn't here today. I've noticed that he's in the stream though, so hello Garrison, as Zach Duck goes round on his flying lap. That's messed that one up, and he's absolutely burnt his back tyres out as well, just doing that. People go past him now. It's the AlphaTauri of TNR Stealth. I think he's on a lap as well. No, he's not. He's on his out lap. Who is on a lap now? It's ADS. Best time at the minute is a P10. That's the slowest time on the board at the minute. But remember, not everyone has put a time out there yet. 1 minute 32.9 is the best he can do. That's quite a far margin off the driver in front of him, which is 1 minute 30.8. But it's ADS into Cops Corner with the Williams car, heading down into Maggots and Beckett's now. How well can he control it? He wants to get a good lap in here. He's only got P10. Still a good position for him, but he's definitely wanted to start ahead of that. I think that's a McLaren off as well. Look, yes it is. It's QC Rocket into the gravel. Beaches himself, but he's managed to get himself out of there. Ferrari's coming out the pit lane now. Will Andy, and I think Zach Duck went round again. Yes, he did. Let's have a look who's in the stream then. We've got Dat Dark as well. Haven't seen Dat Dark here for a while. Be nice to see you back, mate, if you did want to come join us again. That would be quite nice. But anyway, only 1 minute to go now of qualifying. Wow, that has gone fast. Fastest man out there at the minute then is Ellis the Great with the 1 minute 27.6. He's on his out lap at the minute. Out there looking to put a time, well, improve his time. My best memory of him was at Canada only a few weeks ago, and wow, that was brilliant. Oh, okay, never mind. It was absolutely caught over the thing there. Didn't invalidate. He's doing quite well for himself. Oh, I'm going to get another guy joining now as well. I'll make it 16 drivers joining us on the grid for the race as Ellis the Great invalidates. Absolutely cuts it across Maggots and Beckett's. He just says stuff for that. And, yeah. Here's Sargento. Did absolutely brilliant for himself last race. I'm really excited to see what he can do from the back of the grid today. There we go. That is the end of qualifying. Only a few minutes to go of the extra time, but Ellis the Great, as it stands, has got provisional pole with Ace just behind him. And then Jake should be crossing the line in the next few minutes. Let's see if he can improve. Who can improve on their laps? The last few people to cross the line is Guilty then. Heading down now towards the main straight. Can he improve his lap time from 1 minute 30.8? Currently puts him in P9. QC Rocket retires from the session, goes into the wall just outside of Cops. But let's stay on board with Guilty to cross the line. Does he improve? He does by 1.3 seconds. Guilty with a P8 time there at the minute. That's the best he can do. Will Andy retires from the session as well on track, I believe that was. But there goes TNL Stealth with absolutely no ERS. That will not be helping him with the Alpha Tauri. Here goes the penultimate corner. The final corner. TNR Stealth to cross the line. He's invalidated, but does he improve anyway? No, he doesn't. And the only person now we've got, well, the only two people, is Zach Duck and Jake. Jake is crossing the line with no fuel at all, so he doesn't improve. He sticks it with a P3, and Zach Duck into the pit lane. Sargento on a out lap as well. He didn't make the line, unfortunately, so he will not be able to put a lap on the board. But he will be starting in P14, which isn't too bad. I've seen him in 2 races now, and he's done absolutely brilliant for himself. He invalidates anyway, so that is that. And it's the Great, fastest man out there, pole position. Should be done any time now. Oh, never mind. Does Sargento get to put in a lap? Oh, he does, actually. Never mind. We'll stay on board with this one, then. Sargento. This is his only lap. He knows this is the lap to prove his worth. He's got 76% ERS. Heading down the straight now. He puts in a fastest first sector. This is looking good for him. Never mind. He won't be putting a lap in. And that's it. That was getting exciting. I thought he might have been able to do well there, but that is the end of qualifying for you then, ladies and gentlemen. Here is finishing results then for the British Grand Prix short qualifying. Ellis the Great is the fastest man out there. Pole position for the British driver at his home Grand Prix. 1 minute 27.6 puts him up there. It's a big, over half a tenth pole margin. Ace puts it on second place with Jake just behind that. Moving down the grid then, the 2 British drivers, Paradox and Will, P4 and P5. QC Rocket, the Canadian, in P6. Frugal Mars, P7. Guilty, P8. TNR Stealth, P9. And ADS rounds off the top 10. So, we'll be back with you for the race in the next few moments' time. Oh, and it's... Is that wet? Is that rain? I think I see rain. It's a bit damp. Oh no. At least we're not going bowling, it's not that bad. Okay. Yeah, it's the formation lap. Alright then. All the pack are making their way through Maggots and Beckett's for the formation lap. Getting the heat in those tyres for the long 26 laps around Silverstone. Let's see how that's going to pan out. Will Ellis get a good reaction? Will Ace get a good reaction? Will Jake get a good reaction even? We'll have to see what happens at the start, won't we? And here they come now then. See how well the pole sitter lines it up on the grid. Absolutely perfect for Ellis the Great. As the drivers now lining up on the grid. And here we go then, lining up on the grid now. We've got 16 drivers. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we go if we do get away. Here we go, and it is lights out, and away we go. Ellis the Great, great reaction from him. He's pulling away already with Jake just behind him, following through the first corner. It's Will Andy and Paradox Ruins dueling it out though. Going side by side, Will Andy makes his comeback into the league, into P3 as well. Look at this beautiful move. Going side by side through the first few corners. QC Rocket still keeps it in P5. Just behind Paradox Ruins. Xbox Cooler makes it up past TNR Stealth. They're having a bit of a scrap here. But there's Xbox, makes it out on top of that one. Now he's on to Ace. Going down the inside. Can he make it? Can he make the move stick? Yes, he does. He's got the advantage on the medium compound tyres. With TNR Stealth as well, slips past Ace, I think. Yes, it is. With Zach Duck is getting past him as well. Wow. But anyway, going through Maggis and Beckett's, that's one driver off already. That is Xbox Culver on his second race for Red Bull. He is on the grass. Ace now is going to be looking for the move on TNR Stealth soon. Look at the move behind him as well. There's loads of drivers all getting clunked up together here. It's Gilksy looking for the move on Sargento. Can he make it? Can he make the move in a minute? I think the two Hasses are going all out in a minute. Yes, they are. And there's Xbox Culver driving backwards. ADS avoids a collision as one driver goes into the pit lane. But let's carry on this, shall we? Everyone is still pretty much bunched together. The two Hasses are dropping back behind. It's Frugal Mars then. Ahead of Sargento. Ahead of Gilksy. Let's see who comes out on top of this one. Into Brooklands they go. And Gilksy's just getting closer and closer. Half a second separates, under half a second separates them. Will he be able to get past the Alpha though? He's got 94% ERS. Once that DRS comes in next lap, I'm sure we'll see some more overtakes. But we'll have a look for now at the position changes really quick. Jake's made up one place. Will Andy made up two. Paradox Ruins in the same spot as he started. I think that's Xbox round once again. Yes, it is. He's absolutely burning up his rear tyres. This is going to be horrible for him. Ellis the Great with the fastest first sector. Sorry, middle sector as well. And that's Xbox round again. Yeah, like I said, he does go with the fastest lap. And let's see if anything is going on at the minute. Xbox is just struggling out there, really, really bad. Spun at Cop's corner as well, but he's back on the track. So hopefully he will stay there. So here's QC Rocket still looking for that move on Paradox Ruins. He's doing well for his first race at Red Bull. He didn't make it to the last one. This is his debut race with the Red Bull team. Into Brooklands they all go. QC Rocket is really going to be wanting to get past Paradox Ruins. DRS should be enabled soon, which is going to make that a little bit easier for all of them. And I should mention as well, the pig is has disqualified from the session. I didn't bring that up. Here we go then. First sight of DRS. Gilksy with the ZRS and the DRS open. Jake goes with a 3-second time penalty, which will be, will not be music to his ears. He will not want to hear that, as all the pack are very pretty much bunched up. Sargento piles into the pit lane. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if he's got damage or of some sort. It looks like he might have wing damage. But he's in the pit lane to repair that if he does. Let's see what is going on. Xbox is still spinning. This is an absolute shocker race for him. He's not going to be happy at all. But look at this then. Frugal Mars on TNR Stealth. TNR Stealth on Ace. This is looking brilliant. Ace has dropped down 4 positions. He is going to be trying his best to get back up. But here's Frugal Mars down the hanger straight with the DRS. He's in a bit of a DRS train here, but he can still make it work. Can he get past TNR Stealth? We'll have to see. Xbox is just going round again. He's 27 seconds behind Zach Duck, which is not good at all. Yeah, he is having a bit of a shocker at the minute. To get a safety car though, he might be able to bring it back, but that is all up to the odds. So we'll have to see what pans out. I've just realised I've said the word that me and Garrison would never say, and most likely to get one in the next few laps now. Here's Frugal Mars then with the ERS, the DRS even on TNR Stealth. TNR Stealth has still got it on Ace, but yeah, Frugal Mars is getting closer, and closer. Ace is getting the DRS off QC Rocket still. QC Rocket's getting it off Paradox Ruins. Paradox is getting it off Jake. No, he isn't actually. He's gone into the pit lane, Jake has. Which brings Paradox up into P3. QC Rocket P4. Will Andy is P2 at the moment, doing absolutely brilliant for himself. But he's got a 3-second time penalty as I say that. Ellis the Great, though, is out there extending his lead only by a few seconds. But he's doing really, really good for himself at the moment. Leading the race, Frugal Mars gets a 3-second time penalty. And that's 3 drivers with time penalties at the moment. Here we go, though. I think we should look at this. Look at Ace trying to make a move on TNR Stealth. TNR Stealth moves to the left. Ace moves to the left with him to try not to break the toe. They're going side by side into Brooklyn's. Can they make it stick? Can they make it together? Can they keep it clean? They did keep it clean, but TNR Stealth defends his position and keeps it. Ace ain't going to give this up, though. Just remember, he's got Frugal Mars just behind him as well. He's got the little added pressure of the Alpine just behind him. Ace is looking for a move there into Cops. That's not always a good idea, as we've seen demonstrated in the 2021 season. Here is Ace then, looking for a move, nearly down the inside. He's keeping with him into Muggets and Beckett's. A bit of lag there, and I couldn't really see anything, but he gets the DRS out. A brilliant exit. They're going side by side. Is he going to ease past him? I think he will, with a little help of ERS for a split second there. Here we go, though. Is Frugal Mars going to try and get past him? Thought that might have happened then. Let's have a look at this. That is Xbox Culver. Sadly, he has been lapped. With Frugal Mars now just behind TNR Stealth. TNR Stealth. Oh, Frugal Mars nearly spins it. TNR is still out there with his P6 position. Ellis the Great, though, the race leader, into the pit lane. Which means Will Andy inherits the race lead on lap 6 out of 26. "20 laps to go then. It's Will Andy who leads the race. Paradox Ruins just behind. 0.9 seconds separates them. 0.8 now. QC Rocket only half a second behind Paradox Ruins. And then that's where the pack breaks up a little bit, with TNR Stealth trying his best to follow behind Ace. Let's see how well that goes in the next few laps. Fastest lap out there at the minute. Ellis the Great was leading the race, down in P11 now. But Frugal Mars is trying to make a move on Chubb as well. We'll stick with this. And that is a safety car. I don't know what's going on there. Someone might have crashed out. Yeah, it's Xbox Culver. Xbox Culver out of the session. And there was no point of him really carrying on as well with a race like that. It wasn't going to go too well for him. TNR Stealth with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But yeah, that is Xbox Culver out of the session. And we have a full safety car. Like I called it. Me and Garrison would have a bit of a laugh about that. Yeah, I called that, and we got one. But let's have a look. Who was around then? Was that somebody was around? I think it was Sargento. But never mind, he's back on track now, so that's alright. Will is caught up with the safety car, so has a few other drivers. Oh, there we go. That is Will Andy, who crashes into the safety car. Does he go into the pit lane, though? Does he have damage? I don't know. He still has his... Never mind. QC Rocket does go into the pit lane, though, which means Paradox Ruins will take that P2 position. Ace finds himself back up the grid. Which is nice for him, but he's still dropped down 2 positions. He started in P2, now P3. And I'll say we have about 1 more lap under the safety car, and then we'll be racing again. Unless it's going to be a late call, safety car will not be coming in this lap. Sargento with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Fastest guy out there still is Ellis the Great, who was leading the race at one point. Had to pit early, and now he's in P6. I've probably got the hards, never mind, he's got the mediums. Who's just gone into the pit lane? That will be Prodigy. Okay, right, lap 8 out of 26 then, and while we're under the safety car, we're going to look at some... Everyone's got 3 seconds, so we'll just read the names out. Will Andy with a 3-second time penalty. Paradox Ruins with the 3-second as well. Frugal Mars has got 1. TNR Stealth, Jacob, and Sargento. All with time penalties at the moment. And yeah, I wish we could. Would be nice if we could have asked Garrison for some of his race facts, but sadly, obviously, like I said, couldn't be here with us today. Hopefully, we'll be here next week for the Austrian Grand Prix, I believe. That will be quite a fun one, and I'm also looking forward to that one. I hope you are as well. But let's focus on Silverstone at the minute. Yeah, it is Austria. Round 10, Austria. Then we go to France, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Monaco, Monza, Japan, Singapore, Bahrain, Azerbaijan, Saudi Arabia, and obviously, tradition, we end the season with the famous Abu Dhabi circuit, which will take place on the 11th of December 2022. Safety car, though, will be coming in at the end of this lap. Will Andy to lead the pack off, with Paradox Ruins just behind him, and Ace in P3. Who's going to get a good jump? They're all weaving and weaving to get the heat into those tyres, no matter what compound they are. See what they are. There's a lot of mediums out there and hards as well. We'll have a look. Yes, we got 5-second time penalty for QC Rocket. Severe collision with TNR Stealth. That might get looked at by the stewards after the race. That might not be necessary. But we are racing again at Silverstone. Will Andy leads the pack off. Paradox Ruins just behind. Let's see what early positions we're going to get. One of the Hasses goes into the pit lane, which is not going to be too good for them. But there goes Jacob round the inside of ADS. Absolutely brilliant move. Absolutely flies past him. Let's have a look what's going on here, though. They're going 3 wide. Zag Duck is going 3 wide around ADS. ADS has got absolutely sandwiched by Sargento as well, who's up into P11. Wow, and that was something. But that is one of the Aston Martins. That's Ace that was just on the grass. He's spinning out in the background, and that is him in the wall. Zag Duck with a 3-second time penalty. And they're going side by side now. QC Rocket and Chubb in the Haas going side by side. Can they make it stick though? Heading down into Cop's corner now, which we've seen can be quite dangerous if you try and make moves there. Let's see how safe they are with this. Foot to the floor around this corner. Absolutely beautiful. But Paradox Ruins still in P2. Will Andy still leading the race. He's untouchable right now on his 9-lap-old mediums. QC Rocket on the softs. He's gonna have the advantage of everyone around him. They're on the hards and the mediums, which means yeah, he will get the advantage. Just gonna play it right. He's in P5 at the moment. Can he get up to Gilksy? Oh, there we go. Sargento is getting close to Jake in the Williams. Into turn 1 we go. They're all staying very, very close to each other. It's quite close here. Sargento. Actually, no. Should I? Oh, look at this move. He's trying to make the move there. Locks up, trying to do it as well. TNR Stealth got a 3-second time penalty. But look at this move. Jake's trying to get past TNR Stealth. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? There he goes. He's got a better exit. He goes round the outside. Oh, which spins TNR Stealth round. He does a spin, which brings Sargento ahead. There was a bit of contact there. But Jake is up there in P8 now. Frugal Mars in P7. He's getting closer and closer to Chubb. Round the loop. Will he be able to get past him? Not at this corner, but they're heading down to Cops now. He won't. I don't think he'll be able to get past him down there. Look how close these two are, though. Look at this clean racing. Paradox Ruins hits a sausage curve and his car jumps up in the air. 3-second time penalty for that move. Jacob Gazelle with a 3-second time penalty as well. Paradox Ruins, though, has got the slipstream on Ellis the Great. 33% ERS he's got at the moment. 11 out of 26 laps to go. Let's see what happens here. Should mention what a comeback from Ellis. Went right down at like P12 or something. He's got himself back up to P2 already. Now he's challenging the Ferrari. DRS is now enabled. There's, I think, a bit of a collision somewhere on the last corner, was it? Maybe. But we're going to go back to the front runners because I really want to see this. Look how close that was. Will Andy and Ellis the Great getting terribly close here. Going side by side through these first few corners. Onto the Wellington Straight. Ellis the Great is looking for the move on Will Andy. Both in championship contention, I believe. Here's Ellis the Great down the inside. Did they make contact? A bit of wheel banging there, but Ellis comes out on top. Will Andy is not giving this up though. And he spins around onto the grass. Will Andy on the grass. They made contact. And that is really, really unfortunate. Says hello to his friend. And he gets back on the track on P5. Here goes Will Andy though, on his teammate Gilksy in the other Ferrari. They both go into the pit lane together. A lot of drivers are pitting now. Whoa, that's the Williams right off his backside. Wow, that was fast. And, oh, wow, that's a safety car. Again, on lap 13 out of 26. I'm not sure why that came out. But, you know, it happens. Lap 13 out of 26. We've got the second safety car of the day. And Ellis the Great is the man leading the race again. There goes Ellis the Great round the final corner. And like I said, he is leading the race. Under the safety car still through the Mars. Comes out now in P2 after some of the front runners have pitted. Well, that means Gilksy and a Haas as well. But I think he's at the back somewhere. No, he isn't. It's Chubb. He is one of the front runners as well. But wow, look at this. The two Alpines are giving us a bit of a 1-2 at the moment. Here we go then. lap 15 out of 26. Ellis the Great and Frugal Mars, the two Alpines, are giving us a bit of a 1-2. At the moment, Zach Duck has found himself in P3. Good for him up there. That's good, but oh, never mind. Jake's gone. That's unfortunate. I don't know how that happened, but he's in the barrier there. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but we're going quite slow as well. Oh, we're Andy DNF as well. Sorry about that. So that leaves us with 12 drivers remaining. 4 drivers DNF from the session. We've got 1 disqualification. So yeah, over half race distance. So it is just a long run to the end now. Race control have said safety car is in this lap. Ellis the Great this time will lead the pack off with his teammate just behind him. I don't know if they're going to play it tactical. Will Frugal Mars slow the pack down a bit to get Ellis the Great the lead? We've seen it done before in real life F1, and it's definitely a possibility. Let's see if Frugal does do that and hold the pack behind a bit. And here we go. We're racing again at Silverstone. Ellis the Great is getting a really, really good lead. It's Zach Duck then looking for a move on Ellis' teammate Frugal Mars. He's going to go down the inside this time. Someone's already in a wall, I think. I'm not sure. There's Zach Duck, though, going to stick his car right up the inside of the Alpine. Does make the move stick. He's right past him. That leaves space for Paradox Ruins as well. Paradox Ruins goes through as well. Tries to get down the inside of Zach Duck, but comes back. Frugal Mars going side by side. This is absolutely brilliant. Frugal Mars is regaining that position. He goes, thank you very much, and nicks it straight back off him. Down the Wellington straight they go. Paradox Ruins is looking for the move back on Frugal Mars. What's going on at the back of the grid? Not too much at the moment, I will be honest. We'll go back to a bit more of the front. Zach Duck with a 3-second time penalty as well. That's unfortunate for him. But we've still got Paradox with Frugal Mars in his sights. Heading through Magnus and Beckett's now. They're getting very, very close. He's got 60% ERS as well, remember, that he could use. But no DRS at this moment in time because obviously just come out of the safety car. Here we go then. Paradox Ruins sees the move. Just too far back. Frugal Mars goes wide. Round the penultimate corner, he makes contact. Frugal's gone round. He collects the McLaren with him. And there's Frugal into P3. QC Rocket heading down the straight. P5 for him at the moment. I thought the Haas were going to get past him. That's why I started raising my voice. But he was a bit just too far back for that move. Tell you who isn't far back though. Paradox Ruins. Move on Zach Duck. Oh, okay, that's someone round. ADS has just been absolutely thrown about like a ragdoll. And down into P11 he goes. Chubb is in the pit lane. He's put the softs on, and I'm sure he's going to try and go to the end of the race on them now. Let's see how well that strategy pays off. He will have the advantage over all the other drivers with the brand new softs. So let's see how well that works for him. I'll tell you what is working though. Ellis the Great has got a brilliant lead from the people behind him. There's a bit of a battle going on here though. We just missed that. Paradox Ruins though. Into the wall at Cops. That's another safety car. And that was a real Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton 2021, that was. There he is, in the wall. That's unfortunate. Back under a safety car, the third one this evening. And I just want to point out, obviously 18 out of 26 laps remaining. We've got Ellis the Great, who leads the race for the second safety car in a row now. And just behind him, I want to point out, we've got Zach Duck. And it will be really, really nice to see him with a podium this weekend, I'll tell you that. So I'm looking forward to see how this plans out. Definitely rooting for him to get a podium today. And yeah, I do feel quite bad for Zach Duck as well. Hasn't had a teammate for quite a while. I remember in the 2021 season, he had Charlie Chip for about half of the season. Then we came exactly this time last year. We came to Silverstone for obviously the sprint and the actual race, and we'll call it a decent race. We had a few collisions, which obviously gave Charlie Chip, Zach Duck's teammate back then, a 6-race ban, which obviously spread across about 6 weeks, and he never really returned after that. But after that, Zach Duck's kind of been left with no teammate. He was Ellis the Great last season for the most of it, and then he has gone to Alpine now. But Zach Duck never really seems to have a teammate, and that's quite sad for him because constructors' standings is not going to be doing too well. Alright then, safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. All the drivers warming up their tyres now as we're about to restart the race with the Silverstone Grand Prix. We're on lap 19 out of 26 with the Alpine still leading. There we go, Ellis the Great, yet again, one of his famous, brilliant pulls away, and I think he's going to be able to get a good lead from this. Zach Duck, though, is not going to be wanting to give this up. With his ERS, you can tell he's wanting to get up to the race leader. He wants this race win. He hasn't had one before in ZRL, if I'm correct. And yeah, I can't tell you how much he's going to want this. QC Rocket is looking to make a move on Sargento. Sargento's getting terribly close to Zach Duck there. Locking up the brakes to get close to him there with... and going through the first few corners. Sargento cannot get past Zach Duck at the minute. But maybe down the hanger straight. Into Brooklands they go. Sargento moves to the left to make the move stick. Forces Zach Duck a bit wider. Still can't make the move stick. TNR Stealth is going close to Frugal Mars, who's now out behind him, but he goes to the switch back underneath. Can't make that move work at the moment. Who's close to each other. Here's QC Rocket, goes past Zach Duck, who's dropped down into P4. Sargento, though, up into P2. Started P4, put 15 on the grid, I believe. Now, up into P2. 1.6 seconds, I should say, separates him and the race leader. Is it going to be another podium for Sargento? We'll have to see. He's on 7-lap-old hard compound tyres, not as old as some other people's. But he still could make this work. ABS with a 3-second time penalty. But we'll have a look if this affects anybody then. Let's have a look at time penalties really quick. Penalties, 3 seconds for Sargento. That means he will not be finished like this with QC Rocket behind him. QC will take that P2 position. but he'll still get a podium because Zach Duck behind him is he's got a 6-second time penalty, which is not really healthy at all. But Ellis then out there still leading the race. He is, and I'm gonna mark my word, he will be the next Echo Computer from last season, because he's coming here every single weekend, absolutely dominating, and he's winning the race once again. He looks like he might win this one again. Only 5 laps remaining. And DRS is now enabled. That is going to really bring up the pack closer to each other. Here is Zach Duck then. He is behind Ace. Ace has got his ERS burning, mate, just to get Zach Duck away from him. He wants to pull away from him as much as he can. He does not want anything to do with him. Locking up the brakes there. Zach Duck, I think that was. There we go though, Frugal Mars trying to get a better exit than TNR Stealth, gets the DRS for good measure, and the ERS looking for the move on TNR Stealth, getting closer and closer into Brooklands they go. He's going to make the move around the outside. Does it stick though? He's got the hard, soft compound tyres, TNR Stealth does. He's got the more grip, the advantage, but he goes wide. It brings Frugal Mars up into P8. Oh, Ace though goes fastest time out there. Sargento still doing well to hold on to his P2 position. QC Rocket is being chased down by Ace in the Aston Martin. I think he should be worried. Ace is a very good driver, putting out fastest time out there. He's the fastest driver out there at the moment on the soft compound tyres. He's going to get the DRS on QC Rocket. And there's Zach Duck. He was in P2 only a few moments ago. Now he's trying to fight for P5. He's going out around the outside of Prodigy. But he is just not able to make that move stick. Heading down into Copter Corner now. They won't be able to make a move through here. That's Stealth with a 3-second time penalty. That's 12 seconds for him now. He will move quite far down after the end of this race. Not too good for him. Here we go though, I want you to look at this. Sargento trying to make the move on the race leader, Ellis the Great. They've got terribly close. I knew Sargento could do this. He's got P2 at the moment. Only 2 tenths separate him and Ellis the Great though. Into the penultimate corner we go now. And Sargento does not have that much ERS left, but he will pick up the DRS on the Wellington Straight in a few minutes. In a few seconds, I should say. They're getting really close here. You can see Ellis hasn't got any as well. No ERS on him. They're both going to be struggling. Sargento, though, with the slipstream, with the DRS, with ERS, all of it now. Heading under the bridge, goes around the outside, flies past him, and that is a lovely move. Does he make it stick? No, they make contact. Sargento's round, and Ellis the Great still leads the race. Does he collect anyone on his spin? No, he doesn't. He gets back onto the track as fast as he can and as safely as he can, which brings Prodigy now up into P4, but Ace into P6. P2. QC Rocket just behind that with next to nothing ERS. There's a lot of time penalties out there today, I must say. We've got 3 seconds, 9 seconds, another 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 12, and another 3 seconds. Here we go, though. We'll look at this one as well. Ace locking up the brakes, trying to get past Ellis the Great. The race leader on the mediums. Ace has got the advantage with the soft compound tyres. Onto the Hamilton straight they go. But Ellis has just pulled away quite a lot there. With 9 tenths of a second separates them. He doesn't seem to be able to catch up to him at this minute. He is still locking up. He's locking up most corners now. Just shows you how much he's trying to get past him. He's going to get a good exit out of here, hopefully. Picks up the DRS onto the Wellington straight. Can he do this? Can he do this with the slipstream still? No, he can't. He's a bit too far back for that. Heading down to Cops now. Maybe we'll see a move through Maggots and Beckett's. Maybe out of Cops. Look at this. Ace nearly gets past Ellis the Great there. He's going to go down the inside. Maybe he goes slow, though, which brings QC Rocket right past Ace. QC Rocket is now fighting for the race lead. This is absolutely brilliant. Here we go, QC Rocket with the DRS. There's only 2 laps remaining. Does QC manage to get past Ellis the Great? He's going to take the race lead. He tries to. Does the switch back underneath him? Still doesn't get past him. Ellis the Great. This is absolutely superb defending from him. Heading to the final lap now. Contact has been made. We're going to get a final lap battle between the two drivers from last season. Absolutely brilliant drive, I must add. Ellis the Great is leading, but QC Rocket is going to come and take that off him into turn 1. Absolutely brilliant move. Is this going to be a QC Rocket race win he's just had? That has to be so painful for Ellis the Great if he does win. He's just had the race win snatched off him on the final lap, but that might not be it. Ellis the Great, now 2.1 seconds actually. He's fell behind. He's really, really struggling. Right. QC Rocket is out there. 2.6 seconds separates him and Ellis the Great. This is the moment he has been waiting for. 3.6 seconds now. He's falling back. Ellis is sliding. Ellis is round. Oh no, and he's falling down the grid, and this is not good for him. What a shocking race it's going to be if he finishes down. Oh no. Been strong all along. But that is that. Being our stealth with time penalty. But here we go. We're going to get Prodigy as well on the podium if it's finished like this. There's 2 drivers battling there as well. Yes, there is. Frugal Miles is trying to get past Zach Duck on the final lap of the race. Can he make the move stick with the DRS? Looking behind him though. We've got Gilksy trying to make the move stick. But anyway, we're going to go to the race leader, QC Rocket. He's been waiting for this for so long now. His moment is finally going to shine. QC Rocket to cross the line at Silverstone to win the Silverstone Grand Prix. Prodigy crosses the line to come home in P2. Gilksy finishes in P3. Frugal Mars P4. Never mind. Chubb P4. Frugal Mars P5. Zach Duck P6. TNR Stealth P7. P8 even. Gilksy Ellis the Great P7. And ADS will finish 9th. But Ellis the Great makes his return from the 2021 season. And he's back. Better than ever to win the Silverstone Grand Prix. And that is some impressive work from him. I'm really, really happy about that, and I'm sure he is too. What a brilliant drive. Really, really good. And here is your podium celebrations with the Canadian driver winning the race. Then we have Prodigy P2, and I think that's Gilksy P3. There we go then, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. QC Rocket comes out on top, wins the Grand Prix for the McLaren team, and that will just add up and add up. Prodigy comes home. The English driver in P2, Gilksy, to round off the podium in P3, the other British driver. Moving down the grid then, we've got Chubb finishes P4, Friggle Miles P5, Zach Duck P6, Ellis the Great P7. Had a bit of a shocker on the last lap. Happens, it's unfortunate, but he could finish P7. Still good points for him, I guess. TNR Stealth P8, ADS finishes P9. So, thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, for the Silverstone Grand Prix. We're back next week with you for the Austrian Grand Prix. And next week I should be joined with Garrison as well. So, I'll see you then.